How you doing, and welcome to another live stream. Fly UK, and Jerry is on board as the first officer. So Jerry is a real Airbus A320 pilot. I'm a private pilot in real life, and we're going to be flying from Glasgow because it was requested quite a few times. We're going to fly from Glasgow to Norway. And hi to those that are watching over on TikTok and the other platforms as well. So yeah, we're in EasyJet. 323 is the call sign, Easy 323, and we've got obviously the baggage that's I think they've loaded the baggage there, and they've got the external power, and you see that the passengers are boarding in the aircraft quite nicely. So going into the flight deck, let's go and get started and turn some of these required things on. So let's go to the pumps. And we'll turn the APU on. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking. Arm the emergency exit lights. Cruise supply on. ADIRSs on. Fire test. And there we go. And APU bleed. We'll bring those lights up because we'll need them in a minute. And I think we're about there for that. So yeah, how is everybody doing? Former COVID carriers. So this is via a Stream Key OBS. Soon they'll be bringing out a way to do like a sort of a TikTok studio, hopefully in the future, so you'll be able to stream from your PC. But until then, this only a few people have got the Stream Key at the moment. So yeah, so we're in the Airbus A320. Do you want to say hello anyway, Jerry? You're being awfully quiet there. I'm just making sure you're there.
Just making sure my mic is up there. Hi guys, how you doing? Nice to be back for another stream within 24 hours. Dan, we're getting busy.
This is almost becoming a chartered flight, I think.
I know it's now the rosters are getting busy. It's getting towards the summer. The COVID restrictions are gone in Ireland, and we're dying to go on holidays.
Oh, thanks for the shares as well. I can see the shares. I can see those likes. Yeah. They stopped the studio due to reasons. Oh, okay. I'm hopefully they. I think they have plans to bring it out this year. Hopefully, I'm not 100% on the details of that, but I would like to see more people have the ability to stream, because it means that we can bring out some varied content. But there's always security issues around streaming, when it's like new stuff, and obviously keeping it consistent. So yeah, but thanks for everybody joining on the TikTok side, and thanks for the likes and shares, and thanks for those that are watching over on YouTube. There's 4 people watching over on YouTube at the moment, and 1 person watching on Twitch. Hi to those. So yeah, let's go in there, set up the. Actually, no, let's go and get the fuel. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Motion lotion, as
the motion lotion. Pilot Geezer. We should actually tag him some later.
We should tag him in.
We should tag him.
So we got. It looks like we've got 5.8 tons there. So we'll round it up to 6 tons of fuel.
Sure.
On board. Are you happy with that, Jerry?
Yeah, sounds good. Before already in the tanks, it won't take a few minutes.
Okay. So. Okay, well it looks like Siri's going off on one. Okay, 6 tons. Let's get that refueled. Yeah, at Glasgow Catman, we're going over to Norway. So now that's done. We can have a look at that. So the fuel is increasing, so that's all. That's always a good sign. So we go to the init request now.
Sorry, I'm just staring out the window here. It's a nice, sexy private jet and parked on my right-hand side. Just trying to see. Looks cool.
Okay, so I'll go to the Jerry cam there, actually, just to show where Jerry is sitting. So I'm in the left-hand seat here. And Jerry, thanks for the TikToks, Everything Sim. So Everything Sim was the top gifter last time.
That's right.
On the stream. Everything Sim was the top gifter. As promised, there's your special mention. Thanks so much, Everything Sim. So it's over on PC. So the jerry cam, so I'm over on the left-hand side seat as captain, acting as captain anyway, and the real life captain is in the first officer seat. Jerry cam is activated. There we go.
Okay.
So there's the jerry cam. So Jerry's over in the right-hand side of the Airbus, and I'm in the left. Hi, Notal Bar. Notal Bar, I think. Hello, over on YouTube. Thanks for joining the stream. So switching back over to my side of things, you'll see that I'm on the left-hand side. Jerry's sat there, but he's invisible. Look, there he is. He's invisible. So yeah, let's go and set up the box and get that in, so we can get going. So yeah, we've got the flight plan in. So where we, what runway are we expected to depart from, Jerry?
Runway 23. 23, yeah.
23, and what's our standard instrument departure?
It's going to be the Papa Tango Hotel for Alpha, I think it is.
For Alpha, okay. Papa Tango Hotel for Alpha, and we'll insert that. So okay, so that's in the box, and if we, our destination, obviously I know we'll probably know more as we get closer to that.
We have to wait for that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for that. Okay, right. So let's go and have a look how our passengers are looking in terms of being boarded. So we've got 117 passengers on board, 118 out of the 139. So as soon as that's done and we've got our zero fuel weight centre of gravity, we can then start doing the performance information there for the V1s and V2.
Sure.
Let's fill out the position. So Glasgow is Echo Golf
Papa Foxtrot.
Papa Foxtrot. And we'll put that in there. And because the I just thought, well, why is that not come out with the bearing and distance? And I've just realised it's because our ADIRSs are not aligned yet. And
exactly.
There we go.
Exactly.
Like I said, I don't know everything about this this craft, but I do know that when I can't get a bearing and heading, then it's because the ADRSs aren't ready. That's for sure.
Which is exactly replicate of real life. The aircraft needs to know where it is first, you know.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them on board, isn't there, Jerry? I think so. There's 3 of them
3
on board.
IRs on board. Yeah.
And you can we can see this from this iris in its page. Is that right? And these are the sort of 3 IRSs. And so once they're aligned, we can check to make sure that they're all reading the same bearing.
They may be slightly out. You got to remember, each one of them is independently saying, here's where I am. The other guy thinks here's where I am. The other guy thinks here's where I am. You will see how accurate they are, and when you compute and take the average of the position, that's a fair estimate of exactly where you are, with no outside radio references. Okay, that makes sense.
We got some questions. So Spooks TV Gaming, why do my speed go faster than the manage mode on autopilot? That's the only trouble I'm having. So why does my speed go faster than the manage mode on autopilot?
I'm assuming that's in manage mode.
In manage mode, maybe. Yeah.
That's the only trouble.
So obviously, and you might be able to answer that. It's very difficult without the details. That's for sure. But because I know, obviously, I got in a few messes, a few bits and a bit of a mess, months ago when I started flying the A320 seriously on a simulator. That is. And you've got your speed here, and obviously you can select your speed, and you can. Is it pull? Is it in the real aircraft?
Yeah. You select the speed. And pull it.
So obviously that should go to that set speed. There are some reasons why it might not go to that speed, and that's because either flap settings or it might be that your climate, you're in an unusual attitude, and if you're trying to select a sort of a managed speed, it just won't be able to reach it. A set speed. There's loads of different scenarios, but apart from that, obviously you've got to bear in mind it could be a potential bug if you are doing everything right. It could be that you need to uninstall and reinstall the aircraft. So So
in the manage mode, Dan, you'll get a different speed. You've just described selected. But if you push it goes to manage mode. Now, basically, manage mode is a combination of all the data you've got in the flight management computer. That could be what the index that the company wants you to fly at, the preferred X, Y, and Z. So there's lots of data it puts together, and it computes whatever speed. So you select whatever you want, but if you manage it, the box will give the computer the speed. So it's whatever the company wants.
Yeah, that makes sense. Craig Salter said, did you change your sensitivity setting on your y-axis to -30 as recommended by fly-by-wire? No, I haven't. I don't think.
I haven't. No. No, I haven't.
I mean, it's. I mean, it feels. I mean, it feels okay to me, but I don't obviously fly the real Airbus A320. Jerry, I mean, in terms of the y-axis.
Okay.
Axis. So we just get. I mean, have you noticed any sort of alarming difference from the real?
Well, first of all, from a control perspective, I never actually tried to compare the real one to this.
Yeah.
Second of all, I always find through all the years that I'm simming, I try to go with default. Once the default works for me and I get used to it, fine. If I can't get used to default, then I start making settings myself. So it's probably not something that I'd be the right person to ask.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let me just while we're waiting for the passengers, I think the passengers might probably be bored actually now, but okay, so yeah, we're boarded on the passengers.
Excellent.
Let's go and set this up before we mention the Patreon members. So
sure.
So the center, I forgot to get the center of gravity. So 24, bang on. So 24.
Oh, the track IR is fantastic. I don't have to try and scroll over. I can just move my head and it goes straight into the center. It's fantastic.
Would you say it'd be around there, Jerry?
Yeah, about 6.6, yeah, 0.6 up.
0.6 up. Okay, 0.6 up. Okay, so we'll just do that now. So 1/0.6 up.
Kim is in. She's just popped in. How you doing, Kim?
Thanks so much for the gifts over on TikTok on the last stream. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just get the centre of gravity.
We're all good, Kim. We slept all day and we said we'd get up and do a stream. So from my perspective, it was a very easy day.
Yeah, it was good. I was doing some jobs outside around the house, but I had a bit of a lie-in actually, which is I never usually have a lie-in. I'm more of a morning person, to be honest, but I think it's all this flying, Airbus A320 flying, I think. I'm glad I made it to the stream. Well, yeah, we're glad to have you on board, Kim. All right, so
we're good.
All good. And talking about being on board, let's go through our Patreon. So, for those that don't know what Patreon is, it's just a way of supporting the channel further, and there's different memberships that you can join to help support the channel. And it's just a way of having some behind the scenes information, some posts, having a mention on every simulator stream, and we're going to welcome those Patreon members on board. So Patreon members, here we go. So economy, we have nobody in the economy seats, so there's 100 seats in economy that's available. And we have in business, Living History UK, the aviation guy, Matthew Allam, and then we've got the rest of the 50 seats available. So every seat is limited in the different classes to make it exclusive in its own right. And then finally, in first class we have Christian. So Christian is the first class member. He gets all the A to B sort of flight plans, etc. filed to him in the Patreon section. And he's all alone in first class. There's 11 seats empty. But I do really appreciate, obviously, the support on the channel. It's a monthly support, and you can support the channel by going to patreon.com/flyuk, and you can get a seat. As soon as you sign up, you'll get a seat in the different class depending on what you want to go in. Like I say, all the seats are limited. There's 100 in economy, 50 in business, and first class have only 12 seats. But you'll get mentioned every simulator stream. So that's how you claim. Patreon.com/flyuk. So that's how you can support the channel further. But let's go back to the flight, and we'll get going, because I think we're nearly there, aren't we, Jerry?
Yeah, we are. We're nearly ready to go, bar a brief and a check.
Okay. All right. So, would you like to brief us?
Yeah. Okay. So, if you want to just initially pull up the Perth for Alpha plate and just get close to the box as well.
Okay. So I'm just going to do that, and let me just sign in.
Gee, we're looking very efficient tonight, Dan. Aren't we?
Don't jinx it. Don't
I know,
jinx it, whatever you do. Okay, so you'll have to tell me the airport Glasgow. I've got that. And the destination code is ENZV. Echo Golf, Zulu Victor. Sorry, Echo November Zulu Victor. All right, so that's in there. So runways. Which SID departure was it? Sorry.
It's going to be the Perth for Alpha, PTH for Alpha.
Okay.
So while you're looking at that part, just getting onto the taxiing part, we're at the stand here. Once we push back, we go tail to the left. We'll be taxiing out via Alpha this evening for depart and to the full length of runway 23, and we'll depart off runway 23 in Glasgow. Once we get on the runway, we check flex is set by 80, call 100 V1 rotate, we want the engine and flight instruments. We call any failure affecting safety. In the event of a failure before V1 down, you'll call stop or go. In the event of a stop, you close the thrust levers and select max reverse. I will call spoilers, reverse screen, decel 70 knots, and we take no further actions till the aircraft has come to a stop. We set the parking brake and we'll assess the situation. In the event of a failure at or after V1, or you call go, you'll continue to take off as normal, and so I'll silence any oral warns and announce the failure. And once we're above 500 feet this evening, we consider toga and autopilot. So other than that, we're looking at a departure. It is the Perth for Alpha departure. It's off runway 23. I think you have it up there.
Yep, got it.
Once we depart off the runway, referencing from the Glasgow via war, we'll go straight out to a point called Zetoun. So you have that in the box there?
Yeah, I've got.
There's a little triangle that should be after the point called Zetoun, and that little triangle denotes we must overfly that point. It's a must overfly that point. Okay,
yeah.
So after that, we'll turn, make a right-hand turn. The right-hand turn is defined as 5 nautical miles off the VOR, and if you look at D29, there's an Echo letter at the end. If you look at the keypad going across, Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta Echo. Echo is the 5th letter, so that will denote it's a 5 nautical mile. We make a right-hand turn, pick up a track of 046. We must be between an altitude of 2,500 feet and 6,000 feet, so we'll monitor that. And then we get to Elbum, where we need to be at 6,000 feet by Elbum. Then with just a little turn to the left and then onto the right, picking up a track of 058 to 20 miles of GAU. 20 miles would be Tango. Overflying that, so it's Delta 034 Tango, overflying that point. And then we'll pick up a slight little track of 079 and then 055 into the Perth VOR. Clearance altitude 6,000 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
Great. Clearance altitude 6,000, and I can see that at the end of Perth we've got flight level 250. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you, Jerry, for the brief on that. So where are we flying to, Kim has asked? So we're going to Norway. So Glasgow to Norway tonight. And Craig Salter said highly recommend using a pitch axis sensitivity setting of -30 to better simulate the increased force you need to push or pull on the real side stick of the aircraft, hardware dependent.
I get what he's saying. I absolutely get what he's saying. Just to throw this out to Craig, Craig, does that help when it comes to any of the forces required? In other words, alternate law or direct law or anything like that? If you can get back to us on that, it'd be much appreciated.
Okay, interesting. So I'll have to have a play around with that after this.
This is
session.
great information we're getting in here, isn't it?
It's incredible, incredible. How long's the flight? Kim has asked. Jerry.
An hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10 minutes. There we go.
So enough time to get into trouble, Kim.
Yeah. Shall we try and connect to the ATC, or are we?
We are, would
ATC?
you believe, connected
Okay.
to ATC. We are. We're just waiting on once we get. At this moment in time, the plan is when we depart.
Yep.
We'll just give the general voice calls over the radio. According to our path tonight, once we're halfway across, Stavanger ATC will pick us up, and then they'll get us to start getting. They'll vector us and look after us from there on in. So hopefully the guys stay online.
Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so before start checklist, is that what we're going to do next?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so fuel,
It's checked.
cockpit prep,
Just switch that off for you. Is complete.
EFS switches,
They're on.
gear and pins and covers,
There's 3 behind, none outside.
signs,
On, auto and armed.
ADIRSs,
3 and nav.
and fuel and block.
As checked, we asked for 6 tons and just under a smidgen there of 5980.
Okay, barrow reference,
As QNH of 1034 set once, set twice, set 3 times.
and below the line, mobile phone and iPad.
As off, airplane mode.
Takeoff data,
You did it there nicely earlier on. It was set there for V1 of 127, 128, 32 and Toga.
okay, windows and doors. I'll bring that issue the gate to be retracted.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so,
yeah, okay.
and that should hopefully turn green. Okay, so windows and doors,
Closed and armed.
thrust levers,
Idle.
ATC transponder.
Oh, I didn't put it on, sorry. Is auto. That's what we do a checklist. That's why we do a
That's
check.
what we do. Parking brake
Is set pressures checked.
and beacon.
The beacon is on.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. Okay,
Okay.
before start checklist complete. So I'll call the Turg while
Sure.
you get the clearance.
Cockpit to ground.
Okay.
This is ground. Stand by.
Glasgow ground, good evening. Easy 323, stand 17 at Glasgow. We're pushing and starting for departure 23.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jerry.
No problem.
Thanks, Craig Salter over on the YouTube side. So we've got about 6 people watching over on YouTube, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've got two over on Twitch as well. Hi to those on Twitch, and we got around 58 over on TikTok, which is a nice number. Thanks to the follows, thanks to the shares on TikTok, and Yvonne, thanks for sharing it. Welcome back on board.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin
Hey,
is
she's
installed.
in.
All
She's
doors
in.
and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
And
Parking brakes are set. You may lift.
so we're just lifting the aircraft,
Parking brake set.
Jerry.
Lifting the aircraft.
And just to confirm, tail's going to the left, is it?
Tail left, yeah.
Standing
Okay.
by for pushback.
I hope.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on
Cockpit to
that. I'll be good for a officer this
Go
evening.
ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brakes set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Release parking brake now.
And 3,
2,
release.
1, yeah.
Parking brakes are released.
Actually, that's nice. As far as I remember, Craig is involved.
Yeah, we'll start in the
I
sequence.
could be corrected here. Craig is involved with the development of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I think I'm one of the guys that's
You're one
let's
of the
say
trusted
verified.
members, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, one of the verified 320 pilots. I
Did
could
that-
be wrong here, but he may be part of it. So hopefully get some good stuff. I haven't seen the Discord channel in the last few days as I was busy. But
Did you tell him you had really good Photoshop skills with verification of stuff?
Hey, no. The verification stuff I sent through was all good.
I've never seen him fly anything.
How's those videos getting on your TikTok?
Okay, well, look like we've got a few people on our taxiway at the moment, so we'll have to scoot round.
So that's where you are, right there now. Yeah.
Okay, hold it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop pushback.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your
Set
parking
parking brake. 3, 2, 1.
Park brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Clear to start engines.
Okay, starter switch to start.
Ground.
Yep.
You may disconnect.
Engine number 2 start.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Why are you not flying the Boeing? There isn't actually a decent Boeing 737 on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 yet. That's number one. Why we're not flying it. And secondly, Jerry, who's acting as first officer today, is a real life Airbus A320 captain. So I've just, I mean, it's all come about because I was flying the Airbus A320 on a few live streams a few months back, and Jerry was having a really good laugh at me, struggling to work out what the systems were doing. So he's been tutoring me a bit by bit, and it takes a lifetime to understand obviously these plane systems, including the 737. But it's smoothed out a lot of the problems that I was having, thankfully.
Ready for one?
Okay, ready for 1, 3, 2, 1.
But in fairness, let me add to that, Dan. You're doing yourself an injustice because there was lots of us watching somebody, and you're patient. You were going through your checks, and you were looking at, okay, what's this, and you wouldn't let anything go. And the thing about it is that you were consistent in the sense of trying to be safe. And I know it's only a simulator, but we could see your real pilot skills coming out, that you wouldn't accept something dangerous and you were trying to do it right. And I even seen you one night, you struggled hard. It was a low vis approach and you went around and you came back in and landed. And you know what, I tip my hat to you. That was, you didn't just say, oh, leave it there, you know. You were consistent with it, and it was great to watch. All
right, well, like I say, it was quite fun actually in those early streams. I'm Microwave Dave, how you doing? RFS and If Pilot 787, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the shares, thanks for the follows as well. Appreciate that on the TikTok, and thanks for the gifts as well. There's quite a few gifters on the last stream.
There was. Yeah.
When are you both going to fly the A380? Kim has said. Well, they haven't released one yet properly, so I think that'll be fun once we could have a go at doing that one time.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's very much like this, with a bit extra tools and sweets in it, like, so we'll have fun trying to work it out.
You never know actually, if you never know, because Jerry might be able to work his magic being in the in a circle, and see if we can get a pre-release at the A380.
I'll keep. In fairness, the guys on Fly-by-Wire have done a superb job. I know we mentioned this briefly every most streams, but they've done a superb job on this, Dan. And I think even somebody who's not type rated like yourself can go back and look at the default one versus this, and it's incredible.
It certainly is. I mean, even I found the default aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator floated quite a bit. Quite a bit within the so when you land it sort of floated and sort of didn't want to go down. That was the default aircraft. Hello again from CO Antrim, County Antrim, is it?
County Antrim.
Hi, how you doing? Welcome on Twitch. Okay, so let's do the after start checklist.
Okay, so you're going to switch the ignition there, yeah?
Ignition switch.
And you switch the APU.
APU off.
And I'll do the arm the spoilers, zero the trim, and I will put out the config 1, 3, 2, 1, flap 1. And you have set the trim, so we are in good shape. So, after start checklist.
After start checklist. After start checklist, engine anti-ice
is checked.
Okay, engine mode selector
is normal.
Rudder trim
is zero.
Pitch trim.
It was 0.6 up there, and that's set once, twice, and looks good. Yeah.
ECAM status
is checked.
Okay. Just Set my track out. Okay,
Yeah,
and
same here.
and that's the after checklist complete.
That's great, thank you.
Again, I don't know how much is being affected with the VATSIM side of things with that.
Sure. I'll just give them a call, just let them know taxi.
Okay.
And Glasgow traffic, easy 323, taxiing via Alpha to hold short 23. There you go, Dan. So basically it's straight down here with a right hand turn, and you'll follow Alpha all the way.
Okay. Parking brake off.
And release. I'll switch on your taxi light for you.
Okay, and
there we
go. Going.
See where you're going. What else can I do for you here? Let's have a quick look. That's all. We're very efficient tonight, then.
Yeah, we'll have to ignore the fact that the aircraft are there on my screen. I don't know why they're not on your screen, but that might be an answer around the reason VATSIM's not working for you. But if you go to your screen, they're not there. So
yeah,
which is strange.
That's also just could be a small sim thing. That's all. Like your random, you might get a few random aircraft. I might get a few random aircraft.
Okay, so I'm going to the right-hand turn.
Yeah, down to the right. Yeah.
And am I going continue to
right,
the right?
keep it, yeah. See that right, you just stay right. Stay on the green lines.
Okay.
I'm just double checking something here, and and it goes around to the left, and you just keep following that all the way.
Really, it's really weird. The track IR's playing up a little bit tonight. So
okay.
I think it's to do with the VATSIM or the communication with the VATSIM. It's really weird.
Okay, well, we can actually switch that off at any moment in time.
Yeah, I can. It's fine. I can sort it out.
Okay, so we'll continue on around to the right and as far as we can go. It's actually been many years since I've been in this airport. So there's 2 turns to the left. We're going to take the last one. There we go.
Okay.
And there's your hold short line. Excellent. So do the before takeoff checks.
Okay. Okay, parking brake set.
And set.
Okay, so before takeoff checks, flight controls.
Are checked.
Briefing, nav aids.
It's confirmed and set for departure off runway 23. It is departure for Alpha, climb to altitude of 6,000 feet.
Okay, flaps.
1 is planned, 1 is selected, and 1+F is indicating.
And V1, V2, and flex temp.
It's 127, 128, 132. We're using Toga this evening, and gives us It gives us a Toga setting of 82.3%. That looks reasonable.
Okay, ATC code
is set.
ECAM memo.
It's takeoff. We just have the cabin blue
Okay,
to
so
get.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not.
5 tenants, please prepare for takeoff.
I'm just reading a little note there from Craig. I'm expecting that toga there. See, we have 82.3%. If my memory serves me correctly, what I was reading on the Discord channel, we should actually see a increase on. Well, once we retract the flaps, we should actually see an increase in the power. So that will be. We'll explain that later on.
Okay. All right. So before takeoff, so ECAM memo and
takeoff no blue.
Yeah, EFB iPad
Stowed,
and cabin,
secure.
PAX and APU,
PAX on, APU is off.
and TCAS.
Oh, I never got. I keep forgetting that. Okay, TCAS has gone to TAR, right?
All right. Let's get going then.
Okay, so Glasgow traffic, easy 323, lining up and departing runway 23. There you go, brakes off.
Brakes off. Okay, line up.
Okay,
do you want to turn the
I'm
cabin
doing it.
lights off? Oh,
I'm
sorry.
doing it, yeah. I'm just looking at it now. I'm doing it. Okay, let's just switch that out. Romantic mode.
Okay.
You sure you want to do this?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Okay, bring it to 50.
50.
Stabilize, toga.
Toga. And Toga SRS, runway, the auto thrust is blue and thrust is set. Indications normal. 100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. Okay, lever climb.
Okay, climb ditto. And also
Just
pilot.
Separ. S plus increasing.
Okay, and flap 0.
Flap 0. And the after takeoff check speeds
Okay, after takeoff, checklist, landing gear,
is up,
flaps,
retracted.
PAX,
Packs are on and we are pressurizing.
APU,
Is off.
and barrow reference.
Q&H set 1034, passing 4,000 feet.
Okay, fantastic.
We are on our way.
And that clip was you, yeah?
Yeah, that was me getting the sneaky disarming the spoilers there. Always do when the other guy's not looking.
Just going to have interest in.
One to go.
Go over to the jerry can for now.
Okay. Let's have a little look out. It's very dark out there tonight.
It is really dark.
Yeah. We can actually hear the radios there kicking in. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay, I just heard a bit of a radio transmission. Nobody spoke, just the radio clicking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jerry forgot to put the strobe light on, so it's on now for you. I do notice tonight the departure here compared to before we did the update. All the information within the FMGC seems to be a little bit much more tighter gone into the box. That's good.
Okay, I've solved my issues with my track IR.
Okay.
So if for anybody that's having issues like that, find it sort of lagging, you can go into the task manager and you can set the set affinity to priority to real time, so it prioritizes that track IR as a system priority. So there we go.
Yeah.
It's a bit techie there. I'll go back to my stream. You'll see that it's not looking like it's lagging. It's actually really smooth now. So annoying when stuff like that happens, but we are getting through these technical issues, and we'll know in the future for how to solve them. So Steve Rowe, evening Dan and Jerry. With Steve Rowe, he's a regular on these live streams.
That's right. How you doing, Steve?
Okay, so we are following that SID nicely. That's the main thing.
I noticed it tonight is much more smoother than what we had in the box last night. Maybe that update did a little bit of help, you know.
And can I ask why the QNH flashes like that? 1034?
Aha! There you go. Very good. The transition altitude up here is set at 6,000 feet. Okay.
Okay.
We are at 6,000 feet. We're going a smidgen above it. Once it goes above it, it's telling you change the standard. When we're a smidgen below it, it's saying you need to stay on QNH. So basically, if you go down to the box there, I just no, it's not here at the moment. It was on the pre-start. Okay.
Yeah.
So if the transition to stop that changing, some people put in say 6,050 feet. Do you know what I mean? Sure. Just because when you're giving it a very fine. A very clear distinction. I want to be at 6,000 feet altitude, and once I hit above that, then it's going to be whatever. So at this point in time, Dan, you probably would, from air traffic control, be told to go direct to a point. They probably wouldn't leave you on the full SID, but just for the sake of it, tell me when you want to come off the SID, and we get vectors and go. Okay.
All right. We'll pretend that we've got word from air traffic control, and Jerry can pretend to be that controller.
Yeah.
And which point are we going direct to?
We're going direct to ASN. Is that good? Just scroll down a little bit. Ansud.
Asnud.
It's there. Yeah, Asnud. Direct to Asnud. Yeah. And clear climb flight level 250.
250. Yeah, jets are not very efficient the lower we are they actually?
No.
So the sooner you can get up to cruising altitude, then the better.
Okay, so we're gonna and set standard.
Set standard. Thank you, Jerry.
And passing 5340.
5340, yeah. Check. We're working. RFS and pilot. I hear every live. Yes, definitely. Entman said you're going to smash the training, Dan. Thanks, that's very kind of you. Naz has said hello as well over on YouTube. That was Entman's over on Twitch. And Comac Knox 42, sit back and relax over on Twitch. That's great. And Craig Salter said this is all cut from fly-by-wire. So he's basically posting some information on that.
I'll go back into the Discord later on, and when we're off stream, and find out what they've done with regards to the update. Thanks, Craig, for bringing that to our attention.
So it'd be interesting.
The guys are working so hard on the fly-by-wire. I've actually been looking at some of the comments, and I think you too, Dan, as well. The real-world pilots, they're really getting into some technical stuff to bring it into the sim, and this is all for free. They're with fly-by-wires for free. It's incredible. You don't get this on payware.
Yeah, it's but it's really nice that you're able to give some of your time as well to help them refine some of these points. And obviously with you flying these
I need to actually give more time. I haven't been in there in the last week, so I was just being busy, you know.
Entman has said most of it's sim-based. It's like a busman's holiday.
How true.
Yeah, so I think Entman's obviously he's hoping that I could obviously be a little bit warmed up to when I go in a sim. I'm hoping it's an A320 sim. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, what's all these buttons? What, you mean you have to press a lot of these buttons where there's only one in Airbus? You know?
Okay, we're passing 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
Belts.
Okay, 10,000 feet. Landing lights. Retract. And seatbelt signs off.
Yeah, and a little look down. We are pressurizing, so we're doing good. Keep it going.
Fantastic. What altitude are you at the moment, and what altitude will you be going to? So, Jerry, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, currently, if you can just zoom in there on the altimeter, you can see our altitude climbing all the way, passing currently now 13,300 feet. We're climbing to currently flight 25,000 feet. We will be going all the way up to 35,000 feet.
It's fantastic. So I'm just trying to look at some comments over there. So Craig says you're welcome. Move your chat up, and it tells you what it's done. So okay, so let's have a look. So for the flights, we have merged a major improvement for fly-by-wire, autopilot and autothrust implementations into development and experimental versions. For the flight stick pitch control, up, backward, down, forward, we recommend using the sensitivity -30 for better simulate the increased force. Okay, so actually we might have some interesting sort of feel when we come into land tonight, because if they have made an amendment to how it's been since the update, and they recommend putting -30 on the sensitivity, then we're going to have to keep that in mind.
I think it's quite important that we stick with, obviously if we don't have a set here, we relook at this later on. I think it's quite important that we stick with what their recommendations are. So we'll have to make sure it's all done.
Yeah. Ensman said, is that a hybrid? Your flying looks sharp for a default. Oh, okay. So yeah, this fly-by-wire. This is a fly-by-wire Airbus A320. So it's not a default aircraft. I think that's what you're. I think that's what you're asking, Ensman. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry to hear that, Elizabeth. I've had an unfortunate trip as Grandma was blue lighted into hospital. Well, I hope your Grandma gets better. It's not very nice when things like that happen. So, okay, so we're nearly at 20,000 feet already.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So what's the fastest that an Airbus can potentially climb, feet per minute? I mean,
here's what you can do if you want to do it. Bear in mind, as you go up through altitude, things change, dynamics change, minimum speeds change. But if you look underneath the altitude selected knob see the way it says 25,000 feet and then the altitude selected knob, there's a button underneath that called expedite.
Yeah.
If you want to press that now and watch your climb.
So we've got sort of, is it 2,400 feet per minute at the moment, 2,300 feet per minute?
Yeah. So press expedite.
Press expedite there, and we'll see
explain
that go up.
Now,
okay.
Now I'm going to draw your attention to what's happening. Go to your PFD now, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to keep full power on for climbing power. It's now going to keep pitching the aircraft up, maintaining obviously 1G maneuver, and it's going to try to get the speed back to the green dot speed. Now we can see speed L star because we're actually coming towards. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. Climb now flight level 350.
350.
This will default now to VS, and now press expedite again.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's going to go for the green dot speed. The green dot speed is calculated as the minimum drag speed. So it's going to give you the maximum climb, but it doesn't want to, it'll just give it at the minimum drag. So watch it going. It'll keep going. It might even get 6,000-7,000 feet a minute. but it will hold the green dot. See the way the little magenta managed speed indicator is pointing at the green dot?
Yeah.
It won't let it go below that. And that,
okay.
if it goes below it now, you're increasing drag. Above it, it's, you know, they can trade speed before climbing.
So is this burning fuel at quite a decent rate now?
Okay, so if you go to the center top screen,
Yeah.
and you have the N1, EGT, N2, and FF. That's the fuel flow, kilograms per hour on the left and on the right. So the left is burning 1,600 kilograms an hour. The right is burning 1,600 kilograms an hour,
Yeah.
3.2 tons an hour. However, the further we go up and the more we climb up higher and higher, that goes down lower and lower. So that's why I think you alluded to it there 10 minutes ago. The higher we go up, the less fuel the jets burn.
Yeah. Because the air's less dense.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Yeah.
exactly,
But,
yeah.
But in terms of obviously, yeah, wouldn't it be in the interest? Wouldn't it be in the interest to expedite every flight as fast as possible to that altitude to save fuel, or is there a point where it becomes less fuel efficient to rocket up
Okay,
there?
so
you know?
let's have a look now. That again, it's all a balance, right? Now look at our ground speed. When you look at the ND there,
Yeah.
and our ground speed is 348 knots at this moment in time.
Yeah.
We normally see that up around 500 knots, so we're going nowhere fast.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because we're using all of our energy that the engines is given out with maximum climb power to actually get the aircraft vertical.
Yvonne has said, checking in, you're both okay, guys. Tea, coffee before we start the service out here.
Hey, yeah, tea in a chocolate bar.
That
Let's
would
go.
be fantastic, Yvonne. Yeah,
It's
very cool.
super.
Very cool.
And it's about the right timing as well.
Is it about the right time? Oh dear. So, do you have a hot chocolate on board anyway, Jerry? Can you get sort of hot chocolate and stuff like
You
that?
can,
Yeah.
not just the tea. Coffees and teas are quite nice.
Yeah, I'd imagine too many hot chocolates on a regular shift, it all adds up.
No,
I'd imagine.
that's not good news. That's not good news. But just one other thing I wanted to draw your attention to, because we gave some good, decent explanation there.
Yeah.
What would you say that green dot speed is now? Approximately
220.
200. I'd say 212 on my side.
How strange.
On your side. Yeah. Okay, it's just slightly different there. Okay, so 220. As we keep climbing, watch that going up and up, because the more you go, the higher speed it wants to actually give.
Oh, okay.
The lower we go, the lower the speed will be.
Yeah, I see.
That's all.
No, it's very cool. Sorry, just having a drink there.
Yeah.
From Yvonne, that was, I reckon. Blimey. Okay, so actually, I think I just heard somebody go to the toilet, or the door's just gone to the toilet.
Already? Did you take that seatbelt tonight? Oh, you did.
Yeah. They must have been desperate for it. Hot chocolate on the way, Dan. Yvonne has said.
Yay!
I need to get rid of this COVID belly, actually, Yvonne. So probably hot chocolate's not going to help the situation. And plus, I've got that Class 1 medical at the end of the month. I said to myself that I wasn't going to have any sort of takeaways or whatever, and I had a McDonald's today before the flight. So yeah, that's the last one until my medical now. I'm going to be strict to myself, and I'm off to the gym tomorrow morning. Yeah.
And the medical is next week, isn't it? That's the typical pilot thing, of my medical next week. I better start doing something now.
Well, it makes me feel better anyway, Jerry. So I go in there and I feel like
what's the first thing you do after What's the first thing you do after medical? You come out straight to the pub to celebrate you passed.
Oh dear, well that's I've been caught out now. Craig Salter said, sorry to spam the chat, guys. Have you any idea when I press escape in flight and then come back into my flight, my flaps are full spoilers?
Do you know what, Craig? I was wondering the exact same issue myself.
So has that happened to you when we paused and went?
Yeah, it does. Okay. I come back in, the spoilers are out in the flaps. It's actually something I should report into them and see what happens. Two to go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. As Kim has said, sorry, that was me in the loo. Oh dear. It was funny because Jerry basically went off last time.
Yeah, that's right.
And the plane toilet sort of went, so I just assumed that's where he'd been. That's on the last stream, which was pretty funny. Yeah, it's crazy. There are some little bugs, aren't there, around? But we're never too sure. You see that whether it's actually the fly-by-wire or the yaw controls that we're using, because we're using that to sync in so we can have a shared cockpit experience. See, yeah, it's just look at that light pollution over there on the just out in the distance from. Well, I'm assuming, is it Edinburgh? I'm guessing. I'm just looking.
Where?
Aberdeen.
That's Aberdeen, yeah.
Aberdeen. I've never been to Aberdeen. Have you been to Aberdeen?
Yes, I flew into that many a time.
Have you? Okay.
I loved actually staying up there. It's actually quite. It's a great spot as far as I'm concerned. There's always places down little alleyways you can go to, and nice little bars and that kind of stuff. So you're leveling there, McDonald's Star. See, your speed is after jumping back up now to the managed speed.
Yeah, I can see that.
And this is just one to actually look at and test by fly-by-wire. Let me have a look at this. In the... Oh, no, can't do it. It's okay.
So mine's not actually jumping up yet, but it's the arrows pointing almost like ready to go up. I think it's going up now.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's basically that arrow is telling you, let's say it's... See the way it grows up and down a little bit, okay? If it was just say... if you see that arrow is telling you at that moment in time, in 10 seconds, that's where our speed is going to be. It's actually telling you that's where your speed will be in 10 seconds of time.
Hi, Pilot Northern Ireland.
Hey,
welcome James in the stream. Sorry, James, I couldn't reply to you. I haven't fathom what the chat was about yet, so I'll after the stream I'll answer you back to that. So obviously we don't need to sort of have it out on here, but I'll have a look and see how I can help or whatever. I was he asked me a question, but I couldn't multitask with the stream on, trying to fly the aircraft, and so I wish I could multitask a little bit more, but yeah. Where did you get the flypad mod from? So Jim Bob 72. It's actually part of the Airbus A320 NX by fly-by-wire. So it's the whole aircraft is a mod, and it's only available on PC at the moment. If you're using the Xbox, then I'm afraid it's not available just yet. But hopefully they will release it once it's fully developed. It'd be really good to see it in the Xbox, even if they charge a small amount for it. To be honest, I think I think most people would pay it, really.
Well, I don't know whether it's a method or a madness, but I'm hooked on this one anyway. Definitely hooked on this.
Well, it would help support the project and help support other builds later. So I'd certainly pay for it to support the project. So
with no doubt, absolutely,
it's
no
absolutely
doubt
fantastic. I'm on PC. Okay, Jim Bob. Yeah, fly-by-wire. If you search for, I'll put it in the chat for you.
Where were we looking at here?
TikTok. Sorry.
TikTok.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I've just sent you that. There we go. Airbus A320.
Okay, so it's. Sorry, I'm just using the box here. That's 2 Sierra insert. There we go.
How are you getting on with the track IR? Shall we put the jerry cam on actually?
Why
Let's
not?
have a look at the jerry cam.
Yeah, I just love the fluid movement. We were, as we were talking about earlier on, Dan, we calibrate that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I just find I don't need to use anything else now. Like, for instance, to have a little look at the panels, look at the switches. And even what I find, sitting on the left-hand side here, okay, I'm just, when I want to look at something close in the box, I don't need to do anything except move my head down. I don't need to, like, it's a natural zoom.
Yeah.
It is just fantastic. I would highly recommend. This is what, my third stream now with it, Dan? Third?
Oh, it's about the third
I
stream,
would highly recommend it. And even watch this now. When I'm sitting here and I want to put the seat back and relax, you can actually see me lying down in the seat, like. It's just superb. Definitely wouldn't do without.
Yeah, Craig said he can't wait for the Phoenix A320 and the fly-by-wire A380. I can't wait for the A380.
That'll be great.
It'd be interesting to see how different it is to the Airbus A320, you know, in terms of like flight surfaces and stuff. I know their screens are bigger, aren't they? They've sort of got like integrated checklists and stuff. But
yeah, well, when you look at the cockpits between the 380 and the 320, you will actually look then at the 320, go, wow, that's very old technology compared to what they have in the 380. I have a friend of mine who's a captain on the 380, and he used to fly. He went straight from the 320 to the 380, and he says he could never go back.
Does Flight UK respond? I do. Gamer Alliance. Yeah, so welcome to the YouTube on Gamer Alliance as well. So there's about 9 people watching over on YouTube, and there's about 14 people now on TikTok.
I'd imagine from the jerry cam.
Yeah, the jerry cam. So yeah, you're
very dark outside.
It's cool. Like I said, the nighttime flights. And flicking back to my view now, the nighttime flights obviously are nice in some respects, but there's obviously a lot of darkness in cruise. And let's go to the outside view. Let's have a look and see what we can see outside. Very, very dark. But you see Aberdeen in the distance. And Aberdeen, they basically they perform a lot of the oil rig operations from Aberdeen, don't they, and stuff like that.
They have a huge heliport up there in Aberdeen. I mean, sometimes it's a novelty to see a helicopter from an airport, but they are going in every few minutes and coming out every few minutes. It's a shuttle service.
Yeah, it's because the local helicopter heli centre, they've done a lot of scholarships for the is it Bristow? Bristow helicopters, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve Rose picks up on that as well.
Yeah. I'll just go down and get you some weather looking ahead, and let's see what we're expecting. Have you ever been to Stavanger before, Dan?
I have not been there. Have you?
No.
I'll put the jerry cam on as well while you're doing that. Hopefully
okay. Okay, so we'll take those. We don't need that. Don't need Glasgow. That's gone, and we just keep our alternate and Stavanger. So send for that. Just check the systems. all looking good. Everything is ticking along nicely. We even had a request last night, I think, was for an engine failure. How do we do that? Oh my god!
I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering that.
I think there is ways we can set it up pre-flight so that it'll come in when we least expect, and obviously that's the novelty of it. You're not supposed to know when you're getting it, and then we'd have to just action what we do, what you're supposed to do. But we must give that a go some night, Dan. We might get it wrong, but hey, it's entertainment, you know.
Okay. Well, I've just caused a problem on the aircraft, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
You have?
I have. We'll see whether it'll cause a problem in a few moments.
Okay.
And I'll leave that as a surprise for you. Don't look at the.
Oh, you actually did do something, did you? Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Back to my thing. We'll
now,
see.
bear in mind the fact we're using your controls. It may only happen on your side and may not happen on my side.
Okay, that'll be interesting now.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's on your side, you can deal with it.
It might not even. It might not even happen at all, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems all calm at the moment, so I'm absolutely I'm happy with this.
Okay, let's see that our weather come true.
Buckles up. Pilot Northern Ireland said he enjoyed the clips you sent me through my page on you know, this sort of the oxygen and the fire test. Yeah, I've been begging him for some more, but I think he's delaying them now. You know, it's sort of the production line stopped of Jerry's videos at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be a few more weeks. Dan, this is getting interesting. Just to bring it to your attention,
Okay.
Because the weather up there is 1,800 meters in drizzle, mist, so vertical viz 307. Temperature 7 degrees with dew point 7. This could be interesting later on.
Wow.
Let's put it this way: it'll be Cat 1 approach, okay?
Yeah.
And
okay.
if you don't get it by the minimum, we have to go around and we set up for Cat 3.
It's going to be interesting.
Okay, so it's going to be the northerly runway. Okay, let me just set up the northerly runway down for you. It will be interesting. I don't think we've come up across the low vis stuff yet, have we, on any of the streams?
No, we haven't. No.
Excellent. So that's my surprise to you. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Super. So any plans for tomorrow then?
I actually might be going flying in the real thing. Obviously not in an Airbus. I really need to get up in the PA-28, but I have a feeling that it's misty in the morning. Jerry, can you see a problem with our hydraulic screen?
Do I see no? Well, not on my side. I don't. This is the thing I was saying to you.
Okay. But we've now got sort of. If you look at my
yes,
stream,
I do. Yeah.
So
I have a hydraulics problem.
Hydraulic problem on the green hydraulics. So what's that mean for us actually?
Well, effectively, it depends on what's up. The ECAM should come up there. It hasn't come up. So you should have an ECAM that's after popping up there.
Okay.
And it didn't come up. That would sort of give you a preliminary either awareness or a checklist to run, and it would give you things to do to put the aircraft into configuration for that particular problem.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna put it back.
Because it's not. We have to figure out how we get it on both sides.
Yeah. Okay. So it's hopefully going to fix itself, or not. We'll find out.
Okay. Now, why I could have created the same problem if I
Okay.
had pressed the same stuff on my side on the iPad. So that's something to note in the future.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
So how do we? Obviously, I think because I've even turned it on, but is there any way of pressurising that green from the blue? Is there any way we can put hydraulic fluid back into the green?
Yeah, maybe a Hail Mary and say a few prayers. I don't think so, Dan.
Oh right. Okay.
I don't think so. I'll
Hello,
tell you what.
Hello, Jenna. How you doing?
Oh, Jen is in. So here, let's work with the problem. Right. So go to your screen and clear the hydraulic problem for the moment. Just press clear.
Okay. So can I just press the cancel, emergency cancel?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. You've got not emergency cancel. No. Go to clear is the bottom left hand button you can press. The bottom left hand button clear. Okay, no. I see now. Everything's is where I need it to be. Okay. So, is there anything there? See the recall RCL.
Recall.
Yeah, you have it there. You were down there.
Yeah.
Your mouse was there. Press recall RCL. We have clear status and recall. Okay.
That's not there.
Is
yet.
it okay? That means nothing's after coming up there. It's telling you the status is normal there, is it?
Yes, it's normal. But
Yeah.
then again, I have turned it back to working
Okay.
again. So I'm just having a look at the hydraulics. I mean, that'll probably still show as failed, but
Yeah, and it's back to normal. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
we'll have. I mean, there's me sort of complaining last stream that we were having technical issues. Now I'm actually creating technical issues. What an idiot. Yeah, Jenna said, "Lol, have you broken it?" Well, I was trying to intentionally break it, just to make it a little bit more exciting for everyone, and then I've actually
You've broken it.
broken it. Yeah, I've broken it. You know. Never mind.
Don't touch the red button, Ted.
Oh my word. Okay, so so we got 206 miles to run.
We're in good
And
shape.
the time's correct actually tonight. So
It looks it, doesn't it?
yeah, so it's we're due in half an hour,
Yeah, that's about right.
and if we have a look at the map out the front, and actually, Joey, one of the things that seems to be quite active in the news at the moment is 5G. And how it's affecting airlines over in the US, not in Europe at the moment, but I think we're using a different band apparently. So
I was actually reading on that the other day, where there's a lot of airlines during the week have cancelled any Boeings going to the USA. Now, Airbus is not affected as bad. However, there is NOTAMs, notice to airmen out there at the moment on Pacific airports. An example, JFK would be one of them, right? Where it's telling you you're not allowed, they can't offer the low visibility auto land approach to you. So in other words, if there's fog at that airport, you can't land. Nobody can land. Where we could fog at an airport is it's a standard auto land procedure that we then go into, but they can't offer it just yet.
And it's a real problem, obviously, for operations, isn't it? You know, there's and disruption where there's already disruption due to obviously COVID, etc., and the pandemic. There's now further disruption down to this 5G signal over in the US. So they've either got to amend all the active aircraft that are using that frequency, or or do something with the frequency for the 5G signals.
I actually don't know which way they're going to go with this, and how they're going to solve it. So stay tuned for that one, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I just hope that the beauty of it is it's been picked up on at least really quickly, and and the NOTAMs are in place to warn of that, and obviously they're doing the right thing by cancelling flights or making putting controls in place to stop any accidents. But it's still a disruption either way, and hopefully they can get it sorted. Thanks to the likes, Pilot Northern Ireland over on TikTok, appreciate that. And thanks to everybody that's tapping that screen over on TikTok and liking the stream over on YouTube. We've got about 8 people over on YouTube at the moment watching, and there's a few of you, about 11 over on TikTok.
But there must be do you know what? I know why there's not too many here tonight. Restrictions have been lifted in Ireland and they're all out of the pub.
Oh, that's. I mean, what are we doing actually? What are we doing here?
We're providing entertainment, breaking aircraft.
See, I've got a solution. Maybe we should have this stream in the pub, and then they can drink and watch the stream at the same time. You know,
it'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And do you have many pubs in Ireland?
There's an example would be there's one in Dublin called Set Street, and as of 2 years ago, it's not a very long street, maybe half a mile long. There's 23 pubs on the street.
Oh my word!
Yeah, just in case you didn't have enough after you came out of one, you turn left or right and you fall into another.
So Jenna said I have COVID, so locked in my room. So you're entertainment for me. So
I hope you keep well. I hope you get better.
Yeah, it's been my mum's got COVID at the moment, but it seems like this latest strain seems to be quite mild in form. There we go, coughing on cue, Jerry.
Exactly. I had mine at Christmas time.
Yeah. Hopefully it will pass, and it's already looking quite busy with holidays and bookings, etc. in this year, in the future.
A question there from James there. In real flight, if you accidentally flick the fuel cutoff valve, does it turn the engine off straight away? Yes, it does.
Oh, really?
You won't accidentally do it. You couldn't accidentally do it because it's not a switch as we would think. It's like a switch. You put your finger underneath the switch. You have to pull it up, then pull it back, and then push it down again. So it's not something you can do accidentally.
Oh, so you have to pull? Is it? Sorry, Jerry.
Yeah, it's basically if you look. I tell you what, if you just flick onto the jerry can there.
Yeah, jerry can.
Just put that chart away. Okay. So if you look at the switch there, Dan, could you switch on the light there for us?
Yeah, switch on the light.
Just what I'm looking at. Okay, that switch there, you can actually see it's tilted forward a little bit. So to actually switch that off, it's not just the flick back. You put your fingers underneath it. You pull it up, then pull it back, and then let it go. So it's locked into place there.
So is it similar to how the spoilers are armed, the pull movement? And,
yes, well, it's a different feel and a different control, but yeah, it's effectively you would put. If you look at that, I'll look at that switch again, okay? And on the switch, if you actually think there, let me try and get this center to it. If you actually think your index finger going, I'm talking about switch number, actually either of them, right? Your index finger going underneath one side of the switch and your middle finger going underneath the other side of the switch.
Yeah.
And then you pull it up, maybe about 2 or 3 millimeters, and then pull it back and just let it go.
Gotcha. And is that the same for the flaps? You basically pull up.
Yes. Let me just show you then on the flaps. I see these switches are important. So you see there's a extra little flap underneath that.
Yeah.
You have to squeeze that up towards the top handle, then pull it back. It's like a gate.
Yeah, so almost like a reverse gear in a car then.
That's exactly it. You wouldn't be able to get a reverse gear accidentally on the car. However, it has been done. But no, generally it's made that you can't get a reverse gear accidentally, and that's pretty much the same with those switches.
Ivana said, final check. So final check on you guys, and you're both okay for everything.
Good to go.
I'll tell you what.
That is just pure timing. We are going to start descending now in a second. That is excellent.
We almost need a sort of. It would be quite funny to have a series of cabin crew in the back and in a virtual flight. It'd be crazy. So in some ways, this is we're probably the forefront of this. What's that? Facebook sort of virtual universe.
Metaverse.
Yeah, metaverse. So we're actually airline pilots within the metaverse, I think, at the moment.
We are the metaverse. Excellent, thank you.
And do you ever turn the dome lights on at night in the real aircraft?
Oh yeah. Well, some companies would always require that you keep them on dim. No, that's off. So the next stage up is dim, and then the next one up is full. So no, yeah, you would. You just keep them on dim.
Because obviously with it being white light, it does affect your night vision, doesn't it? Compared to sort of red light.
Dan, can you just set 1028 on the standby there for us, please?
Yeah.
Just while I think of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's you would always set the mood before you start to send and get the eyes associated with the lights and so on, Dan, the box is set up for a Cat 1 approach, runway 36, okay?
0.
And you're cleared now to descend to flight level 130.
Okay, the standby's not playing ball with me. Do you want to?
Isn't it?
No.
Okay, let's see what
Was it not playing ball with you? Is that what?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Okay.
There we go. What number is that saying now?
Okay, it's 1 3. Oh, do you know what? It's because I've got a different number. 134 I've got on my standby.
Okay.
You put in 136 because on your side it's 136.
Okay, I've got 1028 set in the standby now.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll pretend I haven't seen anything. We'll see what happens.
You won't worry about the standby then just yet. Oh, here we go. I've just got information coming through that they want to talk to us.
Oh, okay.
Dan, can you tune up 121.55 on the radio, please? 121.55.
Okay, 121.55.
Tell me when you have it. Is it working for you?
Hold on, 2 seconds.
121.55.
Okay.
Thank you. Good evening, Easy 323, descend on flight level 130 to Kunem. Squawk 4705, Easy 323. Okay, 4705. Thank you. You might give us a little bit of vectoring towards them. Okay, could you spell that for us, please?
That's it, got it.
Yes, we got that there in the FMGC. So direct to Papa India Delta Uniform Golf, Easy 323. Thank you. Descend level 100 Wilco, Easy 323.
Oh, that's
Okay,
that's nice.
so flight level 100 Blue checks. Okay, I would say select your speed there, Dan, and I'd select about 320 knots.
320 knots.
Okay, I have a little bit of difficulty hearing you, Dan.
Okay.
Oh no, you're there. I was giving you a descent earlier on,
Yeah.
to go in with the arrival procedure, but he's just been the whole arrival procedure sent straight to the runway. So we got to go diving down.
I'm just going to turn the ATC down a little bit on my side.
Sure, yeah, that'd be good.
It's very quite loud. Okay. Hopefully that will be okay. What's the ETA? Kim has said, and
just on the hour.
on the hour, yeah, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. I can hear myself think now.
Yeah, exactly. So Jenna was asking, does that work with the tower? Is that a real person? It is actually a real person, Jenna. He's doing simulated ATC as we're doing simulated flying. And they've a great piece of software that we use that connects the both of us up. So effectively, you've got full ATC, full flying.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
It is. And that was developed over the last, I don't know, 20 years nearly, maybe? 15, 20 years?
Yeah. It's strange because sometimes the ATC are quieter than the actual pilots that are coming through,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So he did mention, obviously, something to keep in mind. He did mention to call when we're reaching flight level 100. Yeah.
It is, exactly, yeah. So how are we getting on there? 18,000 feet to the runway. So the 38's 24 plus the 3, so 54 knots. But we're doing great. We're below our we're below the profile. That's what we do. Is it an ATC simulator? It's actually not a simulator. It's actually a real person. He's on. Well, the best way to put it is we come on stream and we get into the aircraft and we fly. They actually have a simulated ATC radar unit, and they get air coordinates from Flight Sim, and they put it all together, and it's like a whole new world like in there. So they get to do what they do with ATC. We get to do what we do with flying and marry the both of them together.
Okay, so do we know what runway we're expecting?
Yeah, it's runway 36. I've got it all set up there if you want to have a little look.
Perfect.
I'll give you a medium on the auto brake there, Dan, as well, okay? Oh, here we go.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Medium auto brake, yeah?
Yeah, I've got it put up there for you. Descent altitude 5,000 feet, 1028, so easy 323.
Strangely not lighting up for me, but what was that, sorry, Jerry?
Descent 5,000 feet.
5,000.
And QNH 1028. Okay, so he'll want you back at 250 knots now. And we're
250
passing
knots.
10. Passing 10. Lights, give the cabin crew a signal and we will activate the approach phase.
Okay.
And have an approach check, please, Dan.
Okay, approach check, cabin crew,
Are advised.
seatbelts,
Are on.
briefing and nav aids.
It's confirmed, and let me just double check. It's confirmed, and it's set for a Cat 1 approach to runway 36. Yeah,
MDVDM
it's a 259.
and ECAM status
Is checked.
and iPad.
They're all stowed.
Okay, approach checklist complete.
Excellent. So pull up the ILS.
Let's have a look at the jerry cam, see how that's going on.
You have to give me warning because I do have it frozen. Make sure I'm not lying down and just chilling and with my feet up or something, you know. Yeah, so there's all the Cat 1 stuff set up there, down there, what you can see on the box. It's all there. Nothing. This is exactly what it would be like coming in over the North Sea here. We wouldn't be able to see a thing.
We've got literally no visibility at all, have we?
No, and that would be correct. Sorry, blocked. Clear the ILS 36 Wilco, easy 323. So when we get down, you will be cleared the ILS.
Okay, so have we already activated the approach phase, have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I snuck it in there when we went through 10.
Okay, that's fine. And ILS, what's the, because he's obviously said clear to descend down to that. What's the capture
Okay,
for that?
so he said we're clear to descend via basically the procedure. So I'm just going to pull that up here and look
Okay.
on the charts. Okay.
I'll have a look on the jerry cam.
36. So I'm looking now at the chart. Let's just do a refresh. So he has us going to a point called Pidug, and Pidug will be basically, you'll be going down to 2,700 feet down later on, and then you will be just armoured the approach phase and locking on and tracking it all the way in. Straightforward enough. I'll put that away. There you go.
Yeah. Let's have a...
Speed on star. I would manage the speed now.
Okay, yep.
Oh, actually, you could. Okay, I was gonna say you could leave it there at the moment, but it's okay. It's alright.
Michael J. Michael Fooey once said, "Oh, will we arrive on time? I have a connecting flight."
Well, yeah, we will actually. All going well, providing we get visual and we don't have to go around. Jenna, Yvonne, I missed. I have to go to the loo. Do I have time?
So 2,700 feet, is that right, yeah?
Yep. I'll just confirm when I'm clear to descend to 2,700 feet in a moment. We'll just keep trucking in at this.
Yvonne, cabin secure for landing.
Easy 323 request descent to 2,700 feet. Welco Easy 323. There you go.
So 2,700.
700.
So when he said descend,
Descend via just so you can descend.
Did he say descend via? Did he? Via.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, 2,700.
That checks.
When do we activate the landing system and approach? When do we activate that? Jerry.
Sorry, say again.
When do we activate the landing system button and approach?
Oh, well, we get a little bit closer. We're a little bit too far out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, a little bit too far out. If you activate it too far out, you have a chance of picking up other signals. Do you know what I mean? So it's just good airmanship to a little bit closer.
Yeah, seatbelt signs are now on, Kim, actually. So it's recommended you keep your seatbelts on anyway, isn't it, during
all
a flight,
the time?
Jerry?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you keep them. So I'm just looking at the chart and working out if we're joining at Pittig, and Pittig is 9 miles out, so we will start. See where that decel, a magenta circle is on the green line there, the aircraft.
Yeah.
We're going to start decelerating just before that, and you can activate the approach phase at that point. Sorry, not to activating the approach phase is when we do it in the box.
Yeah.
Arming is when we do it up on the panel.
Okay, Alt Star and speed is
checks. So we're in good shape. So when you want, we'll go for flap 1.
Flap 1.
Flap 1 checks. And select 180 knots.
180 knots. And have you got the taxi?
Yeah, I have already.
Okay,
I know exactly where.
Okay, I'm just checking, Jerry. Yeah. For no particular reason, I'm just checking.
Yeah. I think they're a bit better up here than where we were before.
Well, we still can't see anything.
No, it's going to be out to your left.
That weather report was pretty spot on.
This is going to be interesting. I'll let you do the approach. I'll go and sit with Kim and the guys in the back.
You say again, so you let me do it?
I says, I'll let you do the approach. I'm going into the back and sit with the guys on YouTube.
Oh, no. I'm dying for this, yeah. We can't hear the ATC. Okay. Can you hear the ATC now?
I can hear ATC anyway.
So 95, 160 or greater till 4 miles. 329, speed 210.
Speed 210,
Northbound 825, contact tower, northbound 830. Select November, speed 180.
Okay, when you're ready, Dan, we'll go for flap 2.
Flap 2, 321.
Select November, speed 180. Unit 516, speed 180. Speed 180, we prefer. Northbound 807, speed 190.
Hello, 2 more miles.
29 direct into Sudan 5000 QNH 1022.
Direct into 5,000 QNH 1022.
Okay, armed approach now would be a good time.
2,500.
Okay, approach armed.
And engage AP2 as well.
What's the pilot to engage?
Hey, we're starting to get a little bit visual out there.
Yeah, we're starting to get some visibility, thank goodness.
It's below 10 degrees, so we put the engine anti-ice on.
Okay, engine anti-ice.
No, just stick it on verifier there.
Ah,
That was
okay,
2.
yeah.
There we go.
So what's the ice into standby compass? Sorry,
That's just a light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to put it on the wing?
No, it's okay. At the moment, the wind's okay. So, Logstar, you've captured the localizer.
Yeah, we're live on Twitch as well as TikTok, and we're live on YouTube as well. So wherever you want to visit or watch the stream.
Turn left, turn.
So, Glasgow-Stavanger and Logstar, you're fully established, and set 3000 for the missed approach.
Okay, so 3,000.
Scanner 1 Alpha Kilo allow unit 4 Lima landing 01 and right descend level 120.
Okay, the runway's just coming into sight actually, but it's not particularly clear at the moment.
Okay, I've just got to let him know. Got a handover. Easy 323, established 7 miles.
Easy 323, yes again.
Established 36, 6 miles.
323, runway 36, clear to land, the wind is...
Manage the speed, manage. Clear to land, runway 36, easy 323. Manage your speed, yeah.
Manage speed.
And gear down when you're ready.
Gear down. And flaps free.
329, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180.
Excellent.
And flaps.
Tell me when you're flaps free.
Flaps free, yeah. Flaps free. Flaps full.
Full. And flaps full. Landing checks.
Landing checks. So barrel reference.
Is QNH set.
Also throttle.
Is speed.
ECAM memo.
Landing. We just have the cabin. Never.
Oh yeah.
Gave us the cabin. Okay, runways in sight.
Runways in sight.
1,000.
Blimey, it is very, very misty though.
Isn't it?
And this is
Okay, Dan, it's all yours.
okay, no pressure.
No pressure.
And the runway's disappeared again now, so I'm glad I didn't disconnect the autopilot.
Okay, yeah, I just about got on my side. And this is exactly what happens. You could be that far out, you see it, next while it disappears.
180 or greater till 6 miles. 180 or greater till 6 miles.
Talk about a distraction. Funky Duck just popped in.
I know. It's got landed inhibits. What's that in purple?
That's okay. That's to do with other systems.
So it's not
That's
5G.
correct.
It's not 5G effectiveness.
No.
Alright, I was panicking then.
No,
yeah,
no.
Funky Duck, how you doing? Okay, runway's back in sight.
There we go.
500.
Autopilot disconnected. We're going.
Okay.
We're going in.
Did you disconnect the autopilot there? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's on my side.
300. 200. 100 above.
Have you got that taxi chart?
I have it there, yeah. It's
Minimum.
just 3/4 of the way up, you're going to be turning off, okay?
100.
Direct crossing from anyone at the
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, reverse thrust.
Spotters, reverse green, decelerating, a bit more brake.
100 knots.
Can't make that left now. Oh, you can. There we go. Very good. I wasn't expecting that.
I think that's quite steep
Okay,
brakes
go
there.
straight off then. And to go up here, you're going to hang a left. And when you turn left, the green lights will take you down with a right-hand turn. Then you'll
Left.
find the stand. So left here.
Yep.
Yeah, left here.
Okay.
And just taxi nice and slowly, yeah. That's it. Taxi nice and slowly.
Yeah.
See, there's a green light that's going to take you off to the right then down there.
Yeah, right. The
That's
first right.
exactly
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So I'm going to switch off ATC. So there, that's then disconnected. There you go, Dan. Well done.
Well, we got down safe. Thanks so much for everybody watching the stream.
And next race. Yeah.
Funky duck. It's a good job Jerry's not easily offended, or he might be. He might cry in his pillow at night. I don't know.
Keep him coming. Keep him coming. So continue on straight ahead around to the right, and you actually see the stands down. You can see some aircraft in the shadows up there. We keep the. Let's see, can I give you any more lights? Start to light up. What's ahead of us there?
Are we going over to the? Sorry.
It's now where if you can find an empty stand, that's exactly where you're going now.
Okay.
You can go around to the right and just park in the general area. Around to the right.
All right.
Yeah, 41. Correction.
I would say park between that. Well, on my side, I've seen two light aircraft there, and you can park between them. So next turn to the left.
Yeah.
Correct.
Blast control, hey,
There we go.
this is North Shuttle 100, passing flight level 278, descending level 250.
Dan is sitting on the lap of Captain Leprechaun. No, he's definitely in his right seat, that's for sure.
Okay, so park and brake.
Park and brake.
There we go. And I never started the
I know,
AP. Oh, it is.
Don't worry, I've just done it, don't worry.
Good man yourself. So engine anti-ice off.
Right, and descend flight level 120.
Descend flight level 140, 01 right, unit for
And
Lima
flaps to
arrival,
0.
1910.
That's 0.
110, descend level 120.
Yeah, descending flight level 120, 1910.
Okay, well thanks
Engine
so
one
much
off.
for thanks so much for everybody that's joined the stream this evening. We have arrived at our destination.
Yeah.
So we can turn the engines off if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, engine 2,
Yeah.
engine 1.
And continue. There we go.
Have you seen the price of a drink in Norway? I've heard
We're going to
it's
find out in a minute now
expensive
when we go inside.
I
You know?
think so.
Dan, you're buying tonight, okay?
Definitely. Thanks for getting me down into Norway. Fine. Well, thanks everybody involved in the flight. Thanks Michael. Thanks Steve. Thanks Jenna, Marisha, Kim, Yvonne. Thanks for doing the cabin, Yvonne. Okay for doors, Yvonne has said.
Oh, very good. We are cleared doors. We are
Cleared
cleared
doors.
doors. And that would signal a parking check.
It sounds like Yvonne's got
Never mind,
experience in
report it.
aviation in some way. That's
Sounds
for
like it,
sure.
doesn't it? Well, she's getting the right questions at the right time.
Yeah, I think she should go into the aviation business if she isn't already. It seems
I
like
think she
she
should.
AC329, double one right.
Easy 329.
Funky Duck, it's exciting. Yeah, so
160, grade transfer for 4, easy to turn.
yeah, we'll see some of you.
The AC 329 contact tower 118.
Hydraulics sound like they need oiling. It's probably down to me trying to make them fail, actually. Yeah, on my side.
All position after the water.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all happening. Okay, well, thanks so much. That's all for the stream, and like I say, hopefully you can join us again for another flight with myself and Jerry. And yeah, I just want to mention again, if you do want to support the channel further, then you can help join Patreon. Help by joining Patreon, and obviously it's entirely up to you what level you want to go into that. But each level gets a mention at the start of a simulator stream, and also some behind the scenes posts. With especially out with me progressing towards the commercial training next. I'll be updating that with my journey in the Patreon side. It's already got some information about the PC specs and my medical that I'm going to do at the end of the month. So if you want to join, then that would be great. And yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for your support, the likes, the shares, over on both TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks so much, and thanks Jerry as well. Real Pilot Sim A320. Give him a follow over on TikTok and give him a follow on YouTube. It'd be great to bring his followers up and subscriptions as well. Thanks so much, Jerry.
Thanks for inviting me in tonight, Dan.
Not a problem. And we'll do this again soon. Thanks so